Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. That's in Southwest Suffolk County on Long Island. Whether you're a landscaper or you're a do-it-yourselfer, get your truck over to Omni and pick up whatever you need. 631-756-1125 is the telephone number. The website, omnitruevalue.com. Tempest by Weatherflow. Get the revolutionary Tempest weather system and join the fastest growing observing network on the planet. I've got one. In fact, I have two. And use the referral link that's attached to this video. It's on the descriptor. And the coupon code Joe and Joe Weather Show. And you get an extra 10% off. That's Tempest by Weatherflow. Okay, here we go on satellite this afternoon. Looking pretty nice. We've got a good deal of sunshine. I'm going to move myself over to the lower right. The satellite not showing much in the way of clouds. There are some high clouds to the southwest, and there's some heavier clouds further west into the Great Lakes. They haven't really made a whole lot of eastward progress today. And here's what it looks like on the wider satellite loop. Areas of showers and thunderstorms that are going to be occurring in the Ohio Valley, and then back up to the lower Great Lakes, south and west to the Gulf states, but nothing widespread in terms of a severe weather outbreak. We've got some clouds coming into parts of the western U.S., but overall, it's a good-looking day here, radar-wise. No precipitation anywhere from Maine all the way down to Florida, straight except for a few stray cells in central South Carolina. There's an area of showers and thunderstorms moving across Kentucky at the moment. This is as of 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And an area of showers back around the Great Lakes, also down into Louisiana, and some scatter precip that's coming in the west. The Storm Prediction Center today, you see the rather large area of marginal risk that covers much of southwest Texas, northeastward into the Ohio Valley. Slight risk from southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, and northern Tennessee, and points northward into Ohio and Indiana. That comes with a 2% tornado risk, also a small 2% tornado risk in northeastern Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. Now, for tomorrow, the risk areas are along the Carolina coasts, South and North Carolina, slight risk in eastern North Carolina, also slight risk back near the Texas-Oklahoma Panhandle, and marginal risk running up into the western plains. That area out to the west comes with a 2% tornado risk. And then on day 3, the risk area continues mostly in the western plains, just general thunderstorm activity possible in parts of the middle and South Atlantic states across into the Gulf states. And as for rainfall over the next 7 days, not really looking at a whole lot in the Northeast. A quarter of an inch or less, in some instances even a tenth of an inch or less. Large amounts from Texas northward up through the plains, all the way up to the northern plains, with areas of 2 to 3 inches being indicated, and even 3 to 5 inch rains being indicated in interior Texas. But again, most of the Northeast and most of the Southeast looking fairly quiet. Now, the overall pattern here is pretty favorable for mostly dry weather and very little in the way of doom and gloom type weather. That means that we don't have a setup where it could be cloudy and rainy for days and days at a time. There's going to be the odd day. I think tomorrow might be that odd day that we have to deal with it. But other than that, the rest of the week is fine, and so does the weekend. The flow along the East Coast in the upper air is pretty much northwesterly, and you see it here. It holds all this week. We've got this short wave that's dropping down for tomorrow. We'll get some showers late tonight and tomorrow morning with that. And then afterwards, it's northwest flow, right through Mother's Day, which is Sunday. We may actually wind up with a decent Mother's Day this year. The last two, I think it's just the last two, but certainly the last 2 Mother's Days have not been good ones. They've been rainy and raw and just not good days. But this time around, we may luck out. So here's our system for tomorrow. Again, much of the bulk of this may wind up going to the south, but expect to see something in the way of some showers late tonight or tomorrow morning, And then that goes out. High pressure builds in for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. As far as temperatures are concerned, tomorrow may be the one day where we struggle into the 60s. Wednesday and Thursday, I think, will be at least in the 70s. I think Friday and Saturday, we could be in the 80s with some sunshine. There's a weak front that comes through on Friday with maybe a shower. And then we're in good shape, I think, for Saturday and Sunday, Mother's Day. Next low wants to go more to the southeast. You see that low there in Illinois, northern Illinois, gets pushed off the mid-Atlantic coast, taking an area of rain to our south. But this would be Monday and Tuesday of next week. So, again, optimistic that we could wind up with a fairly decent Mother's Day. We're going to talk about all of that in the long range and much more tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, and that is at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you then. Have a great afternoon.